We here. Let's get straight to it. Yeah, I'm right back at you like I never left. I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoon, Consort Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in this room. You're now dealing with Canoon. I'm here. While I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear because a lot of y'all can't hear. Now, welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is another episode of Where Was God? This is Where Was God, Part 7. And I'm sharing this about a gentleman named Ramel Warner. Okay. He's a 23-year-old, I believe, out of Brooklyn, New York. Um, this gentleman did some distasteful things. He's now been put under arrest, and he's getting ready to be convicted of a certain amount of charges and things of that nature. I don't own the videos from True Crime. You can go to the YouTube channel and watch this whole thing in its entirety. I just pulled a short clip, and I wanted to share it, give my thoughts and opinions on this material. So let's look at that. This is Ramel Warner, and this is Where Was God? Because when people who has been given a doctrine, whether it be the Quran, whether it be the Torah, whether it be the Bible, they believe without God nothing is possible. Okay, I'm going to show you to the contrary. And even if God is around, let's just say I believe God was somewhere. This show is called Where Was God? Okay, now let's look at that.
Fight we must all take part in. To recap, Ramel Warner, a 23-year-old man from Brooklyn, New York, was a trusted babysitter and family friend. But behind that trust lay allegations of devastating crimes. Warner is accused of committing horrific acts against a 7-year-old boy, recording the abuse, and sharing those recordings on the dark web, a hidden part of the internet where such harmful content can spread without detection. The victim, a young boy who bravely came forward, has been left deeply affected, and his family is grappling with the aftermath of this betrayal. Authorities believe there may be more victims, children who may have been affected by Warner but have yet to come forward. The FBI is actively investigating and urging anyone with information to speak up. Warner now faces serious charges, including sexual exploitation of a child, forcible touching, and abuse of a minor under the age of 11. If convicted, he could spend up to 30 years in prison. But for the victim and his family, no sentence will ever fully erase the pain they've endured. This case is a stark reminder of the dangers that can exist in the most unexpected places and the importance of remaining vigilant to protect our children. It's also a call to act.
Now, that gentleman that they were just discussing, that's Ramel Warner, 23-year-old Brooklyn resident. Okay. He forcibly raped and touched a 7-year-old who he babysit. He was close friends to the parents of this 7-year-old. Okay. Again, they said he's facing charges of forcible rape. He put it on the internet, taking advantage of a child and things of that nature, and he's facing possibly 30 years. The FBI is investigating this gentleman now, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Okay. Because this man has close association with children all across Brooklyn. He was a dance instructor, I believe, for a school. He had ties to the children of the people who he was closely associated with, close family friend. Their children, I don't know if they had more than one, but they're just discussing the one he took advantage of that was 7 years old. Where was God? That's my thing. I'm sure this 7-year-old child, his parents was a believer in some God. This is Brooklyn, so it could possibly be uh, one of three. Again, Hebrews, Christians, or Muslims. See, this is not to kick the 7-year-old child parents around. This is to ask a question. How did a gentleman like Ramel Warner get to disguise himself as a close family friend to take advantage of a 7-year-old who couldn't uh, we understand he couldn't fight him off. A 7-year-old is not going to be able to win no type of forcible battle with the 23-year-old. I don't care what shape he was in. You see, where was God? For me, if I'm thinking about the way God, people place this God in such a high regard, this God, every time this gentleman Ramel Warner had a thought in his head, this God should have removed it. This is how, if it's a God that's all across the world, omnipotent, omnipresent, omnipowerful to the people that serves and believe it, this child should have been protected by the prayers of his parents at least. This is another lie. God protects fools and babies. A 7-year-old child is still a baby to me. Why didn't God protect this child? Where was God to let this man, who people will consider evil, okay, take advantage of God's child? That's my question. Where was God? Let me explain to you my thoughts about God and what's going to happen now. And before you say, see, God stopped him. God was, no, the Brooklyn Police Department. So you can give a round of applause to the Brooklyn Police Department who caught this gentleman. That's who stopped him, not God. The officers who stopped this, or whoever got the complaints and found out about this stuff, because he put it on the dark web as well. Their name wasn't God. None of the people who's associated in doing investigation now, further investigation, the people who's charging him with these crimes, hellacious acts, none of their names is God. Most of the people, or some of the people, I'm not going to say most, some of the people might not even have a religion who's investigating and who's going to prosecute and sit on these different panels of jurors and things like that. Some of them might not even be religious. My regards, this man deserves anything he receives. What you put out is what you should receive back. He took advantage of a 7-year-old. Whatever prison he hit, everyone he meet should take advantage of him in some type of manner, no matter what. If he's going to get a store bag and he put $50 worth of items on there, he should get $10, and he should say, "Hey, what? Well, the prices went up on that bar soap and that letter. That's $50 worth of commissary. Everybody else got big bags for $50. He should just get 2 items and say, what happened to my stuff? I wanted the same amount he has. Me and him fill the same list up. Your stuff is $50. You got 2 items. He got 100 items, $50. That's the way it rocks. Anything, everywhere he go, he should be taken advantage of. When he go to sit down on his bed, he should have the thinnest cot. This is my God now talking. Retribution. It has nothing about no uh face of God or this Yahweh or this Jesus or this Muhammad or Allah, Buddha, none of this nonsense. Everywhere he go, he should seek the retribution that he put out. See, he took advantage of somebody. Everywhere he turned, they should be taken advantage of. When they go to put his handcuffs on, they should almost cuff him so tight till they break his wrist. Yes, this is this is what it is. If you're speaking about what I believe or what type of God, I don't serve a man-made God. But when you make your bed up, you lie in it. See, what I'm saying is harsh, and people that understand and dibble and dabble in the God beliefs and ideologies and doctrines, they will forgive this man. Oh, he didn't know what he do. He know not what he do. Forgive him. He was wrong, but the Lord told me, placed it on my heart to forgive him, not me. That's why I'm not into God. If he did that to my 7-year-old, they would have never arrested him. I would have walked in there and seen him doing this stuff, or I found out he did this stuff to a 7-year-old child of mine. I would have murdered him, because you have to get what you put out. He raped this child of everything. A 7-year-old child. You took advantage of this child to the point that the child met death at particular times of these taking advantage situations. That child met death because there was nobody to protect it. Your mind, you don't know your mind is running all kind of ways when you're in fear. So this child faced death every time it was taken advantage of. Simple as that. This is my opinions and my thoughts. But at the end of the day, where was God? That's all I want to ask. That's my thoughts on the video. Salute Kenny Russell, Kanum, Consul Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in this room. You're now dealing with Kanum. This is what I do, and I love to do it. And before I take back what I said, I add some more to it. If you feel like you want to do something for me, like and subscribe because it won't cost you a fee. This man needs his ass whooped. Every corner he turned, somebody should take advantage of him. This man needs to be dealt with harsh, stiff punishment. Nothing he gets from now on should even be have some type of leniency on it. There should be no good time, sir. Oh, he had 6 months good time. Ignored. Oh, he did this and that. Ignored. Everything. Everywhere he get met, the criteria should be the harshest and stiffest. Now, this is my God talking, which is no God. This is just the way you treat a man is the way a man should treat you. I go by the universal principles and the universal laws of the world, the universe. He did that to a child. He should be punished for the rest of his life. This is not to take God away from anybody. This is to restore spirituality, which was taken from you when religion was given to you. Hey, yeah.